Let's be honest, there are some tricky patients in physical therapy. Sometimes it seems like you can decrease your patient's symptoms temporarily, but then it comes back later. Or maybe the patient has been coming for PT for multiple visits, but does not seem to get any symptom relief. And it seems like no matter what you do, every time you ask them how they're doing, they just reply with, it still hurts. And it can be really frustrating for both the clinician and the patient. Pain is probably the biggest reasons why patients seek out physical therapy. And that's great because in physical therapy, we can do a lot of things to help improve your function of life and help you feel better. But sometimes we get these patients who have been dealing with pain for a long time. Sometimes you'd hear patients say some things like, oh, I've been dealing with this pain for the past 25 years. And this seems to be more common with patients dealing with lower back pain. As much as I wish physical therapy is like magic and we can just zap their pain away, the truth is it just doesn't work that way. Especially now when we have more of an updated view of dealing with persistent pain. Now we know that pain is a multifactorial response, and sometimes it doesn't correlate with tissue damage. And it could be related to tissue damage or not. The idea is that the pain you feel may not be representative of what's going on the inside. With advanced imaging techniques, we now know how common it is to find abnormalities on the inside, even with patients that don't have any symptoms. Lehman likes to call this wrinkles on the inside. Just like on the outside, we all eventually will get some wrinkles, and that's okay. But on the inside, same thing happens. We all eventually get some type of abnormalities. And he likes to say that you have wrinkles on the outside, but you don't have face pain. You could have changes on the inside, but it does not necessarily have to hurt. So with these patients who always seem to be hyper-focused on their pain, it could be difficult to see progress. Sometimes I think it's important to shift their focus away from the pain, especially if they have been dealing with it for a long time. And here are two great ways of measuring progress, even though the pain may still be there. Number one, you are able to do more with the same amount of pain. So this way we shift their focus onto function. Maybe now you're able to walk a mile instead of only being able to walk around your house. Maybe now you're able to sit for 2 hours instead of 30 minutes. Now that's progress right there. You can now do more with the same level of pain. So really diving in and looking at these little wins can really add up, because even though the pain is the same, you can do more. And this can be really encouraging to patients because they're shifting their focus away from the pain to more of an improvement of quality of life. And now number two, episodes of pain are less frequent, less intense, or shorter in duration. Especially with patients who have been dealing with pain for a long time, there can be flare-ups or episodes of worsening, and that's just part of the rehab journey. But when you do have these flare-ups, are the symptoms less intense? Do you now have ways to manage that flare-up? Does it happen not as often? And all these little things can be really encouraging to the patients. The truth is that through physical therapy, we can improve your function of life, we can get you feeling better and doing more things. But the promise of zero pain sometimes can be unrealistic. I know, sometimes you just want the pain to go away and just really frustrating. As a PT, my bias is always conservative care. But there is a time and place for seeking alternative treatments and maybe sometimes more invasive medical procedures. It's really on a case-by-case basis. A lot of times PTs can work great. You manage your symptoms, you're now able to do more. But other times we might need something else to go along with PT to help you feel better. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe, and there's more to come.